Hi, I'm Meghann Ruffo. I'm a brand new substitute with Troop. I'm a mom, a wife, and a Vegas native. I've lived here since I was 6 months old, so I consider myself a native. I grew up here in the Clark County School District, and I didn't have the opportunity to be a sub. I didn't have the opportunity to attend college after high school. So instead, I was offered an accounting position at one of the hotels and quickly fell into the climbing of the corporate ladder. And so my dream of being a teacher that I wanted to be a teacher since I was a little kid, that just kind of went away. I didn't have, by that time I was making so much money, I couldn't fathom taking a pay cut and going through schooling and then to not make very much as a teacher. And a couple years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. I had thyroid cancer. And after a successful surgery, I felt like I was given a second chance at life. And I was not about to waste it or take it for granted. So I talked to my husband and I moved back to college. And I'm set to graduate next fall with my degree in early childhood education. And yeah, I'm super excited. I got my substitute teaching license last month, and I was sitting on the couch having morning coffee, watching the news, and there was this broadcast about Troop looking for substitutes. And I had just gotten my license. I didn't know what to do with it at that point, and I literally could not fill out the application fast enough. And I just felt like that was my sign, like this is for me. So they were very quick to respond to me and reach out, and it was a very fast process. Deanne was absolutely wonderful to work with, and yeah, I had my first very first time last week at a junior high school. It was 6th, 7th, and 8th art class, and it was fun. It was fast and it was fun, and the kids were wonderful. I had a few that tried to give me some troubles, but I think I handled it. And last week I had second graders who threw me for a loop. I think they were just checked out because school was almost over at that point. But yeah, it was definitely not it was challenging, but I'm excited to learn and to grow and to keep at it until I can be a full-time teacher with my own classroom. I have learned to be prepared for anything. Thankfully, I like to be prepared, so I have an overabundance of materials and plans in my head, and thankfully I'm adaptable and I can let those go and go with the flow, because when you walk into a classroom, you just never know how the kids are going to react or which ones are going to try to push your buttons and which ones, I swear they sense fresh meat. So you have to be on your toes and just really willing to just be adaptable and be able to change quickly your plan, and to not take it personally, to not get upset. You just keep breathing and keep going. Absolutely. I think this is such an invaluable time for me, and anyone that wants to be a teacher. This is your one chance to experience every grade, experience every school on your time, on your schedule. There's so many things you can learn from each grade, from each different class, and I mean that's you can't get that kind of training anywhere else except for on the job. The schools have been great. The staff has been very welcoming. They're very helpful. They're polite when you walk in. They're excited to see you. I never felt any kind of, there's a stigma with substitutes, we're just babysitters, and I've never felt that so far. Like I feel welcomed, and they're eager. I've had to ask a couple of questions for directions, or working one of the programs to open the screen up on the display. They're very happy to help and just very kind, very supportive. One of the things that I love about Troop is it's the same across all of the schools. So going through the training that we had before I could go out and substitute for the first time, and then actually being at the school, whether it was one campus or another, it's the same setup, it's the same procedure. So that's extremely comforting to me to at least know that those logistics are in place, and whatever happens in the classroom I can adapt to, but at least having that foundation being the same at every school is, you can't ask for more than that. So that's been a wonderful experience. It's been a wonderful experience. I felt very welcomed and encouraged right from the start. Like I said, Deanna was absolutely wonderful to work with, and she actually reached out. She wanted to know when my first assignment was. She wanted to know how it went afterward, and I was kind of hesitant to reply and send it, but I figured she asked, so I'm going to. And just her response was so encouraging and supportive and excited, and she just said she knew that I could do it. And just to have that kind of support and to feel like I'm not just a number or a passing face in a world full of substitutes. Like, she knows my name, and I'm welcome here, and there's a place for me, and I'm part of a team that really cares.